Too much work, not enough colonists. Well, in today's video I'll show you guys how to get more colonists through join events, quests that end in colonist joining, buying from slavers, recruiting through nursing and taming, and lastly converting raiders to join your colony. Let's get into it. Every storyteller have a population curve, which means the more population, the more colonists you have, the less join events you will get. So that's why it's very important for you to pick out your colonists accordingly to, if they're going to help you, are they going to be of any use, because there will be more coming along if you have only a few colonists. So make sure you pick them out. Will they be helping the colonist, or will they just be burning the place down and wreaking havoc basically? That's very important in the start of the game. Unless someone has a relationship in your colony, then you might need to actually take this person in. Otherwise the mood debuff will be too much, so just keep an eye out for that. Now onto the first one, join events. So join events are basically when just some random colonist or pawn wanders onto your map and basically just joins. There is a big variety of events that happens in this situation. In join events, there's someone can be falling out of the air, someone can just wander in and join. There's quite a few things that can happen with join events, and basically you don't have any control over it. But once again, if someone crashes, he's not very good at anything. Just leave him to die. Strip him of all his good stuff, leave him to die. In the beginning, the mood debuff won't be that much because your colonists have low expectations, so it's fine. Now let's take a look at one of them. Basically like this. A crop farmer named Ray has arrived and wants to join the colony. Now basically at this point you don't know anything about him. You don't know what he's good at, what he's not good at. He's just going to be able to join. You can banish him afterwards if you say accept. Now let's take a look. We accept, and let's see. Right, here he is. Now for the first time I can actually take a look at his health, his spine, back. He's 64 years old. I mean, this isn't a very good colonist. Bio, he's good at construction, mining, cooking, plants. If you have someone that already does this, and basically this guy's old and he's useless, basically just you can banish him from this, or you can capture him and just break open the wall and let him go. That way there will be no debuffs. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and banish. Now yeah, we don't care. You see, colonist banished, -3 mood. That's not that. I mean, you can live with that. So why, right? This one, man in black. I'm just gonna talk quickly about this one. It's when everyone in your colony have been downed by something or killed, you get a man in black. Now this happens once a game. It's basically your last chance. This is it, your last chance to make it out of this place. It will only happen once, and also it will only happen after you name your colony, as far as I believe. I think so. Now as far as his stats goes, you can count on it that he will be able to fight, and he will be able to do medicine. He will know something about medicine. Beyond that, it's completely random. You can have someone that's dog shit and useless, but I mean, you need him. He's your last chance. Or you can get someone that's actually good, but he will always be able to fight, and he will always know how to do medicine. Onto the next one. The next one is quest joins. So this is when you get a quest, and basically it results in a colonist joining, like this for instance. We have Kim joins. He joins, but by doing that, 3 archers and 1 warrior will come after him and basically come and attack your settlement, your colony. This is also, you can't see anything about him. You have no information about him. You only get like his age, which you should keep in mind. Don't take anyone in that's 50 years or getting close to 50. They'll just give more problems than anything else. And also, if they have a relationship in your colony, then allow them in. Well, think about it, but you might want to allow them in then. Let's take another look at an example. So in this quest join, in this quest they ask of us to do something, and you get a reward, a colonist as a reward. Now this one is nice because you can click on this and go to bio, and you can see everything about him. You can see his traits, you can see what he's good at, and from this you can decide whether the colonist, the pawn, is worth the troubles you have to do. Basically, this is a fun way to get new ones, and also this one will happen, if you want to have more chances of having a colonist to join as a reward, go to reward preferences, bottom left, and turn off all except goodwill and except honor. Turn this off, all of them. Just click on this, turn it off, and you will have more opportunities of colonists being the actual reward. Now let's take a look at the next one. Before we go on, we have a new quest, basically a new join quest, where you take in refugees. Now this refugees can be 3, 4, 12, whatever, and you take them in. They live as if they were normal colonists, and within a set amount of time, like 14 days or whatever, they're going to do one of 3 things. They are going to leave, just take their stuff and leave, or they will join your colony as colonists, or they will betray you. So when you take refugees in, it can be a mix of good and bad, but keep them to one side. Maybe don't give them the best weapons and things like that, because if they betray you, you at least want to defend yourself or be ready for that. Now the next way is to just basically you just buy them, as simple as that. You buy colonists and they join you. Now this is an easy way of doing it, but it is a bit expensive if you want to buy colonists. Now if you run into some slave traders, you can buy from them, and you can either keep this newly bought slave as a slave in your colony depending on your ideology, or you can make him a colonist equal as all your other colonists. This is an easy way to get it, but it's expensive, and I'm going to show you guys now how to just quickly take a look at their bio, how good they are, what's the negatives, as soon as we get to it. You see, from this trader, we only have 1 slave, and to basically just to take a look at his bio, his information, you click on the eye, and here you can see everything. Here's the bio. He's good at mining, melee, animals, social. He's good at mining. He has a passion for these few things. You can see his traits, his health. Does he need anything like that? Some records and stats and stuff, and basically you can just buy him. Now like I said, if you buy a slave, you can keep him as a slave, as your own slave, or you can make him a colonist. If you make him your own colonist, part of your group, you will have a buff of I think it's like you will get a buff as because you just bought him from slavers, basically. What the buff is, I can't quite remember, but you will get a buff. You will get a mood buff. Now the next way is through nursing and taming. So if a faction comes along, someone gets downed, you can basically take them in, take care of them, patch them up, and they might join you. They might just leave and you'll get a faction buff, like the faction will like you a little bit more. But basically you can do it this way by just tending to their damages, and hopefully they will join. The second way is through taming. Now by going into wildlife, sometimes you can get a colonist just wander onto your land, a pawn just wanders on. Sometimes a colonist just wanders on, and you can get him to join by going into wildlife, and you will actually be able to see his name on this wildlife. You can go to him, and like any other wild animal, you can just click tame. Now obviously the better your colonist animal skill is, the quicker this will happen, and if you have kibble, I think that also gives it a buff. But basically you can just come out here, take a look at his stats. I mean, he looks pretty good, he will help out, and just tame him. As easy as that. As soon as he joins, he will be as if he was like he's a normal colonist. He will not act like a wild animal. So that's one way. Now last but not least is recruiting raiders to your colony. Now first of all, you're gonna have to defend yourself and basically down all of them. And once you've done that, you can send someone out to capture. How can I capture him? Oh, I have a print. Right. You can send someone out, capture this fallen raider, and recruit them. Now, when it comes to capturing raiders and recruiting them and all those kinds of things, this can be an entire video. There's so much things that goes into it, but I'm going to show you guys a easy way, or not an easy way, the way to do it. So first you capture someone after downing him. Now once he's in your prison, you can go click on him and then go to prisoner, and you can basically just hit recruit. This way your warden will come. If his social skill is very good, this will go quicker. He will come, he will basically work on him until he is recruited. Now that depends on resist. When his resistance reach 0, he will join your colony as a colonist. If you're not sure if you want to take him, keep him in the colony, you can always just do reduce resistance. This way they will reduce the resistance until you are ready, and you can just say recruit. Then a new thing with ideology that came along is you can convert them first before they join. This way they will get converted to your ideology that you want them to be. And then there's always also enslave. Now you can reduce will if you don't know if you want to take him as a slave just yet, and this way they will reduce his wool to 0, and then once you click enslave, they will just enslave him, and he will sleep on a slave, like a bedroom where slaves are kept. You need to build one for him, and he doesn't need recreation. He can just work and sleep. And yeah, that's basically the ways to get new colonists. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and if there's any questions, anything like that, throw them in the comments, and I'll answer to everyone. Thank you.